What's up, gamers? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're settling one of the biggest debates in gaming right now, GTA 5 versus Cyberpunk 2077. And before you start typing, they're completely different games in the comments. Just hear me out. I've been grinding both of these games for years. We're talking about two absolute legends here. GTA 5, the game that's been printing money since Obama was president, and Cyberpunk 2077, the comeback story that went from internet meme to masterpiece. Now look, I know what you're thinking. Why are we comparing a 12-year-old grime simulator to a futuristic RPG? Well, because they're both trying to be the ultimate open-world experience, just in completely different ways. And honestly, the comparison is way more interesting than you'd expect. So, grab your snacks, hit that like button, and let's dive into this. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which game deserves your time in 2025. And if you're new here, smash that subscribe button, because we're about to get into some spicy takes.
Now, let's talk about how these games actually play, because this is where they show their true colors. First, look at the combat. GTA 5 keeps it simple and effective. Third-person shooting, solid cover system, and that satisfying Rockstar gun feel we all know and love. Plus, switching between Michael, Franklin, and Trevor keeps things fresh. Each character has their own special ability. Michael's bullet time, Franklin's driving focus, and Trevor's psychotic rage mode. Cyberpunk, though, it's a whole different beast. First-person RPG combat, where you can literally hack people's brains, slice through enemies with mantis blades, or go full stealth ninja. The weapon variety is insane. We're talking guns that shoot through walls, smart weapons that curve bullets around corners, and pistols that literally talk to you. The real difference, though? In GTA, you're a criminal with guns. In Cyberpunk, you're building a character with distinct play styles and watching them evolve. Now let's talk about driving. Here we go. GTA 5's driving is arcade perfection. Cars have personality, crashes are spectacular, and don't even get me started on flying helicopters into the sunset. It's unrealistic but fun as hell, which is exactly what you want. Cyberpunk's driving at launch, rough, like really rough. But here's the thing. They've fixed so much of it with recent updates. The cars actually feel like they have weight now. And they even added auto drive where you can sit back and enjoy the scenery while your car drives itself through Night City. Still, if we're being honest, GTA 5 wins the driving game hands down. But if you want to cruise through a cyberpunk city while listening to synthwave, Cyberpunk's got that vibe locked down. Now look at character progression. This isn't even a close battle. Cyberpunk destroys GTA 5 when it comes to RPG elements. We're talking full character builds, cyberware implants, skill trees, weapon mods. You can transform V from a street kid with a pistol into a legendary netrunner who can take down entire gangs without firing a shot. GTA 5 keeps it simple. You get better at stuff by doing it. It works, but it can't compete with Cyberpunk's depth.
Alright, story time. These games couldn't approach storytelling more differently if they tried. GTA 5, the criminal comedy. GTA 5 gives you 3 protagonists, and honestly, it's genius. You've got Michael, the retired criminal trying to go straight, Franklin, the ambitious up-and-comer, and Trevor, who's basically chaos incarnate. The heists are the real stars. They make you feel like you're planning Ocean's 11 level jobs. The story is peak Rockstar satire, taking shots at everything from social media influencers to government corruption. It's not trying to make you cry, it's trying to make you laugh at how ridiculous everything is, and it succeeds. But here's the thing. You never really connect with these characters emotionally. They're caricatures, and that's intentional. GTA 5 wants you to laugh at its world, not feel deeply about it. Cyberpunk 2077? The emotional gut punch. Cyberpunk takes the complete opposite approach. V's story is intensely personal. They're literally dying with Keanu Reeves as Johnny Silverhand slowly taking over their mind. It's body horror meets corporate conspiracy, and when it hits hard. The side characters are some of the best in gaming. Judy, Panam, River, these aren't just quest dispensers, they're real people with problems, dreams, and genuine relationships with V. The romance options actually feel meaningful, not like checkbox features. And Johnny Silverhand, love him or hate him, Keanu brings his character to life in a way that makes every conversation feel important. He's not just giving you exposition, he's your internal conflict made flesh. Player choice actually matters. Here's where Cyberpunk really shines. Your choices have consequences, not just for which ending you get, but for how the entire world reacts to you. The dialogue system lets you roleplay V however you want. GTA 5 is more like watching a really good movie where you occasionally get to shoot things. It's Rockstar's story, and while it's great, it's not really yours.
Now, let's address the elephant in the room. How these games actually run, because this is where things get interesting. The launch stories. GTA 5 had one of the smoothest launches in gaming history. Day one, it just worked. Online had some hiccups, but single player was rock solid. That's the Rockstar difference right there. Cyberpunk 2027 in December 2020, I remember trying to play it on my PS4 and wanting to throw the controller through the window. Bugs everywhere, performance issues, missing features. It was such a disaster that Sony literally removed it from the PlayStation Store. But here's the redemption arc. Cyberpunk 2025 is basically a different game. The patches have fixed most major issues, and it actually runs well now. It's like watching someone's entire career turn around. Now, talk about graphics. Let's be real. GTA 5 came out when people were still using iPhone 5s. It's 12 years old, and while it still looks decent, especially with mods, it's definitely showing its age. Cyberpunk, when it's running properly, it's one of the most beautiful games ever made. Ray-traced reflections in puddles, incredible lighting, character models that look almost photorealistic. It's genuinely stunning. With RTX enabled, it's like stepping into the future. The catch is you need serious hardware to see Cyberpunk at its best. GTA 5 will run on a toaster at this point. Current state performance. Right now, in 2025, GTA 5 runs perfectly on everything from a Steam Deck to a high-end PC. Cyberpunk finally runs well too, but you'll still need a decent GPU to really appreciate it. And let's talk about those technical requirements for a second. If you're rocking something like an RTX 4080 Super, both games will sing. But if you're on older hardware, GTA 5 is definitely the safer bet.
Let's talk about the stuff that really makes these worlds feel alive. The side content and environmental storytelling. GTA 5, Strangers and Freaks. GTA 5's side missions are legendary. The Strangers and Freaks missions are some of the most entertaining content in gaming. You're jumping out of planes on ATVs, dealing with conspiracy theorists, meeting celebrities who've lost their minds. It's pure entertainment. The characters you meet are bizarre and memorable. They might not be deep, but they're definitely unforgettable. GTA 5 excels at creating these larger-than-life personalities that stick with you. Cyberpunk's environmental storytelling? Cyberpunk's approach is more subtle, but incredibly effective. Every corner of Night City tells a story. You'll find text messages on random computers that paint pictures of lives destroyed by corporate greed, graffiti that references events from 50 years ago, environmental details that make you stop and think. The side quests often have multiple solutions based on your character build and previous choices. Some missions can be completed without firing a single shot if you have invested in the right skills. Both games excel at world building, just in completely different ways. GTA 5 hits you over the head with its satire. Cyberpunk lets you discover its darkness at your own pace.
All right, let's start with the obvious. These games couldn't feel more different when you first boot them up. You've got Los Santos, this sun-soaked parody of California, where everyone's either a celebrity, a criminal, or both. Then there's Night City, this vertical cyberpunk nightmare that makes you question if technology was actually a mistake. The Tale of Two Cities. Here's something wild that most people don't realize. GTA 5's map is technically way bigger. We're talking about 75 square kilometers versus Cyberpunk's roughly 100 square kilometers. But here's the thing that blew my mind when I really started paying attention. Size doesn't matter when one game is built like a pancake and the other is built like a skyscraper. In GTA 5, you spend half your time driving through empty desert or flying over mountains. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, but it's mostly empty space. Night City? Dude, you can't walk 2 blocks without stumbling into 3 different side quests, a gang war, and some random NPC with a story that'll make you question everything. Los Santos nails that West Coast vibe perfectly. The beaches, the Hollywood satire, the strip malls. It's like America turned up to 11. Even after all these years, cruising down the highway with the radio blasting still hits different. But Night City? It's like stepping into Blade Runner's fever dream. The neon lights reflecting off wet streets, the constant buzz of holographic ads, the way the city feels alive even when it's trying to kill you. It's atmospheric perfection. When it rains in Night City and you're walking through those narrow alleys with some wave playing in your headphones, that's gaming nirvana right there.
So here we are, the moment of truth. After breaking down everything, which game actually comes out on top? Here's the thing. Asking GTA 5 or Cyberpunk 2077 is like asking burgers or sushi. They're both food, but that's where the comparison ends. These games are trying to do completely different things, and they're both great at what they do. My personal take. If I'm being completely honest, in 2025, I'd recommend Cyberpunk 2077 for most people. It's finally the game it was supposed to be at launch, and experiencing Night City for the first time is something special. The story, the atmosphere, the characters, it's gaming at its finest. But GTA 5 isn't going anywhere. It's the comfort food of gaming. When you just want to turn your brain off and cause chaos, nothing beats it.